Wingback, complete wingback, fullback on attack, inverted wingback. Wingbacks. How you doing, everyone? How's it going? Now that little intro might give you a little clue about what we're doing today. Obviously it's a know your roles on the wingback and the confusion that it can cause some people. Now since FM22 got released, it's been pretty relentless on the channel, so if you haven't had a look around, please do so. There's something for everyone. We've even started a journeyman save, so get on that. But for now, let's get straight into this know your roles. Number 3 for FM22. It's everything, all things, everything under the sun, all about wingbacks. Okie dokie, so let's get into it. Now, first up, let's do it basically, the brief difference between the roles. First up, we're going to use Hakimi because he's my favourite wingback in the game. So what is a wingback? A wingback's main role is to get up and down the flank, supporting maybe an advanced player in front of him, maybe an inverted winger, inside forward, but supplying the width. He's going to be up and down most of the time, depending on the duty you use. Now if we set him to inverted wingback, he does exactly what it says on the tin. He's still going to go forward, he's still going to support your players, but he's going to have more of an eye on inverting in, darting in, spending a lot more time in here. Think of the way City play with Cancelo and to a degree Kyle Walker. They spend an awful lot of the time in the centre of the park trying to affect things there. So your wingback affects things there, your inverted wingback tries to affect things in there. Now this leads me nicely onto complete wingback, which for me is a bit of a hybrid of the first two roles we just talked about. So your complete wingback will look to get up and down there, aggressive, more aggressive than your wingback, but also he's complete. The clue's in the name, complete, more of a complete footballer. So not only will he get up there, he'll also look to affect things in there, which means he does roam from position a lot. So you need to have a good backup system. So it's definitely something to bear in mind if you choose a complete wingback. You're going to think about what's going to happen if he loses the ball, because most of the time he's going to be higher up the pitch. He wants to affect things up there, either out wide or infield. So for me, if you're going to use a complete wingback, it's imperative you have some good cover in midfield. And I know what you're thinking, what the heck is a fullback on attack? What's the difference between the fullback on attack and a wingback on attack? Now believe it or not, the game's set up for fullbacks on attack to have someone in front of them. So a winger, maybe an inverted winger. Your wingback on attack is kind of set up for absolutely no one in front of them. They're expected to do all the work down there. It's just we as FM players are naturally aggressive, so most of the time we tend to have a player in front of them as well, because we want wingbacks, we all want goals. But the game would really prefer you to have a fullback on attack with someone in front of him, and on the other side a wingback on attack with no one. That's the way the game's set out, but we just kind of disregard it. If we take a look at the in-game descriptions of both roles, it kind of sums up the differences. So your fullback on attack role, it does make a big point of pointing out that he is still a defensive player. Now with an attack duty, the fullback supplements his defensive responsibilities, overlapping the midfield and providing first time crosses into the area. That's all it says about his attack duties. Now if we flip this to wingback on attack, usually playing out wide with no wing support, like we said, we just kind of disregard that. In attack he must be prepared to run at his man, so he's asking more than a fullback on attack, put in aggressive crosses, help out in the midfield to win possession battle. With an attack duty, he aims to overlap, provide wide support, run at his man and get crosses in from the byline. So he's all around a much more aggressive player. He's basically a winger but playing back. Sometimes we've played FM that long and we've seen so many tactics using wingbacks, backing up inside forwards, inverted wingers, we forget about the fullback on attack role. And it's maybe a good role if you still want to be an aggressive team but you're playing away from home. 3 great players here, and to be honest, all 3 of them could do each role individually, but we won't go there. What I'll focus on is wingback first, so an out and out attacking wingback up and down the flank. Hakimi does that better than anyone. I think better than anyone. PSG are going to be such a threat this year. Cancelo, like we said, inverted wingback, right footer on the left hand side. He's doing better than anyone is this season. And your complete wingback, Trent, he's just a complete footballer, someone who's absolutely comfortable to play in the midfield as well. An absolute ideal complete wingback. But as I said, all 3 of those can do all 3 roles. So what I'll do now is I'll play some games with PSG and I'll keep changing Hakimi's role. So he's going to be in each role, so we can hopefully see the difference in each role on the pitch. First up, Hakimi over there, number 2, nice and easy to see. I'm going to play him as a normal wing back on attack. So I expect him to be getting up and down this flank, providing the balls in. Now, interestingly, I'm playing him with nobody directly in front of him. I've gone for a 4-2-3-1 narrow approach, so he's going to hopefully be all over this position. Already it's begun. You can see Mbappe there laying it back to Hakimi. Now, if he's a fullback on attack or a wingback on support maybe, or an inverted wingback, he's going to be coming inside here. Because he's a wingback on attack, he's going to attack this byline, try and get that ball across. Let's play it on. There it comes, Hakimi, straight to the byline, whips it across towards Messi. Doesn't quite get it. Very much like a winger. This clip perfectly shows what your wingback on attack is all about. As the ball comes to him here, from the kickoff, Messi to Marquinhos. Ronaldo, now Hakimi. Absolutely nobody in front of him. He knows it's his zone. He's got to do the attacking work here. Just like a winger, off he goes, taking on his man, driving to the byline and whipping the ball across. There's his average position. You can see he's the widest of the players. He's got that whole flank to attack. That's your wing back on attack. Match 2 now, and we've got Hakimi there as a complete wing back now. So I expect him not to be as wide, making more runs in the middle, but still going wide as well. All round performance. Let's have a look. Being one of the shorter players, he's back on the corner, but look at this and we'll watch him spring into life. So as it plays on, there's Hakimi, top of the pitch. Now he sees the opportunity, go. Now another player, inverted wingback maybe, or a less aggressive fullback, would look to feed one of the players in front of him there. He's only got one thing on his mind, because he's the complete wingback, complete footballer, using his wingback tendencies. Bulls down the line, look at that, smashes down the line. Cross doesn't come off, but he stays where he is. He stays out wide, stays attacking. Ball comes back, there he is, to the byline, whips it back, and Mbappe puts it in. If he was a less aggressive player, after that first attack broke down, he'd probably get himself back to the halfway line, which is why you might need defensive cover when using complete wingbacks, because all they want to do is affect the attacking areas. Remember what I said about the complete wingback? He's like the combination of the inverted and the wide, so not only is he going to go wide down to the byline, he's going to try and smash into that box as well, as this clip's going to show. So Messi's got the ball there, Hakimi just on the edge of the box. Normal wingback, when he gets that ball, probably sprints to the byline and whips it across. Complete wingback though, and more all-round player, aggressive, receives the ball from Messi, drives into the box. What happens? Penalty kick. If you keep in score, PSG are 2-0 up now, and both goals are thanks to Hakimi in that complete wingback role. Last example of the attacking play of a complete wingback. You can see we're absolutely destroying this Strasbourg team 6-1, but we are PSG. So Hakimi's up there, out wide, okay? As the ball comes to Rafinha, he finds Hakimi. Now we've established that if he's a wingback on attack, he's going down this line here, trying to get to the byline to whip across. Because he's a complete wingback, he sees more of the game, more influential. Check out what he does. Instead, he does a first time pass this time to Mbappe, who smashes in number 6. Inverted wingback now, and you'll notice that I've got a right-sided winger on the side of the inverted wingback. This is the most obvious difference between all of the roles. Now Hakimi, his start point is there, so he does start nice and wide, but depending on where the ball is going to affect where he goes. So the ball at the minute is down in this bottom corner with Del Castillo. Watch it as it moves on. I'm just going to slow it down a bit because it's going rapido. As it moves on and PSG win the ball back there, bang, look at Hakimi. Straight away darts into there because he wants to get in the middle and affect things in the middle rather than being up and out wide. Playing it on. Neymar, and look at Hakimi sprinting through the middle. He's almost like a box-to-box midfielder now. If he was out there as a wing-back, he'd be coming down that side, but look where he is. Ball comes through. Further, stop it there. You can't say that he's not playing like a central midfielder, so that is what your inverted wing-back's going to do positionally. Really interesting movement patterns here. So Hakimi down the bottom corner in his normal role. Watch what happens. PSG win it back. Wijnaldum charges forward. Hakimi bursts through the middle. Now it's really helped by Rafinha up there playing out wide. He's covering that side of the pitch now. And Hakimi, my fullback, breaking his neck to get through the middle. Play it on, he gets even more advanced. He's on support here, but look where he is. On the edge of the box, almost in like a number 10 position now as Marquinhos gets the ball. Messi takes it. Where's Hakimi? You could almost argue he's in a striker position there, dropping off. Comes down the left hand side and there he is on the edge of the box waiting for the ball to come back. Mendes to Verratti to Neymar. There's Wijnaldum. Look who's next to him. Hakimi. Right in the middle, right in the action. Final highlight of the attacking inverted wing back. So he's back on the halfway line from a corner. He sees his opportunity. He's off. There is Hakimi. You can see he's come from the halfway line. He doesn't care about defending. He can see an opportunity. He comes forward now. Diallo gets the ball. Hakimi now on the edge of the box. Verratti finds him, lays it across for Wijnaldum. What a creative force he can be through the middle. Completely different to your wing back on attack who goes wide and whips it across. Different to the complete wing back who's trying to do both. Your inverted wing back is centrally focused. To show you the difference between the wing backs, let's have a look at the inverted wing back's average position. And the interesting thing is, without the ball, he does maintain, there he is, Hakimi, he does maintain the shape of the team. So you're not going to be left too stranded back there. You are going to have a fullback. But where it differs is without the ball and with the ball. Look at that. In the centre circle there. As a reminder, without the ball, you can see the difference. With the ball, right in the middle. And his overall position, taking that away, he's more central. So he's going to spend more time in this area of the pitch. That was them in action. Very cool to see the different positions they take up on the pitch depending on the role they take. This one here is a 4-4-2 variation. And you can see there's a bit of a gap there. So the deep line playmaker looks like he's got a bit of work to do with the attacking midfielder pushing on. Now our flanks are kind of covered by our wingers. So in this case, if we pop our two fullbacks on inverted, they're going to spend a bit more time in this sort of area. Hakimi on attack might spend a bit more time in there. So therefore, the attack is kind of covered through the middle. So if you're looking for an option to get two up front, that's not a bad area to go for. A diamond layout is perfect for either your complete wing back or your wing back on attack. Your wing back on attack will cover the entire flank up and down, as will your complete wing back. He may look to do a little bit more as well, but when you've got no width either side, it's the perfect time to use your wing backs. Similar here with the 4-3-3, if you're getting super aggressive, so you maybe got an advanced playmaker on attack here, inside forward on attack, so these two are going to spend a lot of their time tucking in into these sort of positions there. So your wing backs again going to cover a lot of the flank, going around them, in behind the back, so they might end up, when you're in the possession of the ball, being a bit more like that. And your less aggressive option, perhaps you could have your fullbacks on attack, meaning that they won't go forward as much all the time, they won't look to overlap as regular, but they will still provide a backup to your inside forward and your inverted winger, with their attacking positions probably being more like this. Now, depending on the role, you're going to need a few key attributes to make your ideal wingback work beautifully in your system. Complete wingback and inverted wingback, there's a bit of a crossover with midfield positions such as the playmaker, whereas your wingback, as we talked about, is pretty much a winger, just starting a little bit deeper. When it comes to finding my perfect attacking wingback, I like to select both wingback and fullback there, so we get the best pool of players. Loads of attributes. I've gone down there: crossing, dribbling, tackling, acceleration, pace. Basically, think of a winger, think of a fullback, bang them all in. Now, when you press OK, no one's going to cut. Of course they're not. You're not going to get someone as dreamy as that unless Cafu suddenly rises back to the footballing world. So we've still got our match 10 out of 10, and we just start dropping down until people start popping up. I've gone down to 7 out of 10 there, and Pedro Porro has popped up. Now, this is a great tip for you. He is going to be a right baller. He's currently on loan at Sporting from Man City. When we click on him, you can see his attributes are fantastic. He's going to be a great player. Look at all them greens popping through. Crossing, dribbling, first touch, acceleration, pace, technique, work rate, natural fitness, which is massive, massive for the work they're going to do. Pedro Porro, what a player. So he would cover all wing-back positions, right? We'd be more than happy to have Pedro Porro. But in an ideal world, for your inverted wing-back, you'd want someone who's pretty good on both feet. If you check out Pedro Porro, you'll see his left foot's pretty weak, so he's not going to be ideal for the inverted wing-back role. He's absolutely ideal for the other two roles, but inverted, you want someone who's strong on both feet so they can cut inside as well. Such as João Cancelo, you can see he's brilliant on the ball. You can see on his little mini-map there, he can play both sides. He's got attributes like a deep line playmaker. Passing, vision, flair, 17. He's got his pace and fitness as well. Just a wonderful, wonderful version of an inverted wing-back. So we've attempted there to cover 1, 2, 4 roles in one video. Pretty tricky, but I hope that I'll give you a bit of a better idea of what the roles do and where they go on the pitch. Loads of requests coming in for different roles to cover on this series. Keep them coming down below. We've got wide centre back coming up. We've got target forward, shadow striker, roaming playmakers. We've got them all coming.